Ready, go.
Good afternoon. This is your brother Bob. I'm speaking to you from the beautiful city of Limbe in Cameroon. If I look out to my left and I open this window, I can see the Atlantic Ocean. It's a very beautiful city. It is about 81 degrees outside. It's hot. So I'm glad to be here. It's a privilege to be here as always for this OTech Pros and affiliates around the world. So today we'll have the privilege of having my OTech Pro brothers, Oliver, Collins, and Vincent. And then we have our esteemed guests, Sister Jean Oliver, Sister Francine, Sister Comfort, and Brother Mike Ellis. Before we even start our program tonight or today, I'm going to defer to my brother Collins. Collins, please share this video of appeal on behalf of our sister Julie, whose daughter is having a life battle right now. So Collins, over to you, please.
My name is Julie Pierre, and I'm reaching out with a mother's heartfelt plea. My beautiful and vibrant daughter, Chloe, just 26 years old, has been diagnosed with a massive brain cyst. It has severely affected her speech, vision, and ability to walk. She urgently needs life-saving surgery overseas as soon as possible. We are asking for your prayers and support during this difficult time. Any donation, no matter the amount, will help us get her the care she desperately needs. If you can contribute, donations can be made
PayPal, julianapierre17@gmail.com, or John Pierre Zelle account, number 91747433625. Thank you for your kindness and generosity. May you be blessed in return. Julie Pierre.
Hello everyone, my name is Julie Pierre, and I'm reaching out.
Thank you, Collins. There you have it, guys. Our sister Julie's daughter is actually in dire need of our support. If you can, I'm sure you all saw the PayPal and the Zelle information. If you can, please chip in. Nothing is too small. This family needs it, and our help and our compassion will go a long way for them. So thank you so much once again. Thank you all for joining us on this Saturday, March 15th, 2025. It's good to be here again. Today, our topic is we are moving. What is coming is bigger and better than what's gone. And I think there's none other than our brother Mike Ellis, who I think is going to brilliantly lead us with this topic. Brother Mike.
Yeah, thanks, Bob. I appreciate that. Always prayers for Chloe. You know, we're a very, very, very large organization, and if everybody just pitches in a little bit, we'll take care of Chloe very quickly. And I would recommend everybody do that. I've done it. It doesn't take much. Obviously, when Mr. Mufareh launches the new business, things like this can be taken care of in seconds rather than weeks. And I look forward to that. But yeah, always prayers for Chloe. The topic today is a really, really good topic, and Mr. Mufareh came out a few days ago with a note in the back office, and it was very, very good. And I've listened to a lot of people talk about the note, and everybody has a different take on what was most important. This was better than that. I like this more than that. And in reality, the message that Mr. Mufareh gave us was extremely powerful in every point that he made. It really is. And if you look at it in the totality, I think the biggest takeaway from what Mr. Mufareh told us is that we are moving forward. And Mr. Mufareh is taking us all forward. And obviously, he talked about change, and change is inevitable. It's just a human condition. We change every single day, the circumstances, what our lives look like, that type of thing. And Mr. Mufareh started out by talking about the past, what had gone on, a little bit about what's gone on in the past, and the changes he's had to make with the business moving forward. And it was extremely powerful. And I think, Mr. Mufareh, as I am, I'm ready to put the past in the past. I don't care what's happened in the past. You know, Mr. Mufareh, what does he do? He sees a problem, he finds a solution, and then he moves forward. Today, we are moving forward. I don't really care what's happened in the past. I'm sure Mr. Mufareh will come out and talk a little bit about that. But the past and what's coming in the future, they're just two totally different things. What's coming ahead of us is so much better than what was in the past. And I tell that to people and they scratch their head, and you all might have thought the same thing at one time or another. Well, I think about the past. It was really, really good. I mean, I look at what we had in the past, what Mr. Mufareh talked about, what we've talked about for 5 years. How can you get better than that? Well, that's Mr. Mufareh. He can get better than that. And I'll give you a couple examples. Just you know, each topic we bring up is an hour or 2 hour conversation, but I'll give you a couple examples of how it's getting better and how it's going to be better. You know, when you listen to Mr. Mufareh and the team he's put together right now, and you talk about the market, and we can talk about a couple of things in the market. One, we can talk about the people that are going to come in and participate with Mr. Mufareh with their business. What is our market today? Really, how big is our market? Let's keep it very, very conservative. Maybe it's half the population of the world, 400 billion people. Well, that's a very, very large market. It's a market that when you engage, you will never run out of people to talk to. You will never run out of areas that you can go in. And what does that say for you and I? It gives us longevity, and we need longevity to build wealth. It really is as simple as that. You have to have longevity if you're going to build wealth. And then we start to talk about the products that Mr. Mufareh is coming out with. Well, in the past, the products that we've seen, primarily OConnect, it was really, really good. By the time he got done, by the time he launched it that first time, it was really, really good. It was comparable to anything out there, probably a little bit better at a lower price point. You can't beat that. Well, with the new team that Mr. Mufareh has, what if the products are 5 or 10 or 15% better than anything out there? Now, when you think about that, and I know the OTech pros know this very, very well, when you have technology that's better than anything out there and it costs people less, all of a sudden the buzz gets going and people are going, have you seen this? Have you tried this? And all of a sudden people start coming and they keep coming and they come and they come and they come. It's going to be remarkable to see what happens because of what Mr. Mufareh has done. All of this affects us. We are moving forward. And I think what Mr. Mufareh wants us to do is he wants us to put the things that happened the first 5.5 years behind us and come in with a new attitude, looking at things in a new way, because as we look at what Mr. Mufareh is going to unroll to us very, very quickly, everything has changed. And when I say that, I don't mean the philosophy or the idea. That hasn't changed. Mr. Mufareh wants to come on. He wants to turn that 97% of the people that fail online, turn that around 97% of the people that they succeed online. And that will never change. Mr. Mufareh wants to do that. But he's made it better and easier for you and I to come online and develop that income online. And initially, that's what we all want to do. We want to develop that income. So as we think about what Mr. Mufareh has done, it's really, really important as we move forward. Number one, the language is going to change. That's a really, really big deal. And all of us have to learn how to speak in a different way. It's not going to be difficult, but the language absolutely will change. And then the structure of the corporate side of ONPASSIVE, it has changed, period. Now, I could come on and I could talk about those changes today. It would all be speculation, just what I think is going to happen. And I'm not going to do that. And you know, I love to do that. I love to speculate and talk about what I think, how things are going to be. But Mr. Mufareh is going to come out very shortly, and he's going to start giving us that information. So I don't need to speculate. We're going to have it. And then when he does that, we're going to have that conversation about language. Really, we're going to talk about all of it. We're going to talk about the markets. We're going to talk about you and I. We're going to talk about we're going to talk about all of it, and we're going to talk about how to talk about it. We're going to talk about the language. Really, really important. And so as we listen to that first part of what Mr. Mufareh said in his note, change is inevitable. Mr. Mufareh has done that. What does Mr. Mufareh do? He finds problems, he finds a solution, and then he introduces it to us. All of that has been taken care of. Mr. Mufareh, he's done that. And the past is the past, and the future is so much better. It's just going to blow your mind. He also talked about the present a little bit. And again, all of these things are really, really important moving forward. And he talked about some of the things that people are doing. And basically, he put it very, very succinctly. It's balagna. That's baloney for Marty DeGarmo. It's baloney. And really, I don't think you need to say anything more about what people are doing today. And I understand why people are doing what they're doing. Some people panic, some people do this or that. But in reality, we are so close right now. And I really do think for most people, when they read the message, the most important thing for most people, and this is wrong, it's not the most important thing. Everything was great. Updates, they will be coming. People heard that and they went, oh, this is awesome. Mr. Mufareh is ready to start releasing some of the things he's doing. The updates, they are coming. Okay, that's great. They are coming. But the most important thing is we're moving forward. And you have to approach things with a new mindset. And that's not a bad thing. Because we're not going to talk in the old vernacular and we're going to be talking in a new language, it's a really, really good thing. A really, really good thing. And I'll tell you flat out, what we did in the past was awesome. And when people listened to all of us, they got excited about what Mr. Mufareh was doing. With the way we're going to be talking about what Mr. Mufareh is going to be launching to the world very, very quickly, it is just going to blow people away. And because of that, initially they'll start filter. Well, let's talk about the people that are here right now. Initially, when this thing gets out, people are just going to start to come in. And it's going to get bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. A lot of people are concerned about those people that are already here that are engaged. I don't worry about that one iota, not one. I talk to Marty and Dan all the time, and they talk about the numbers. And Marty says, well, we'll get 20, we'll get 30, maybe we'll get 40%. No, they're wrong. Marty's wrong. Dan's wrong. When we get a hold of these people, when we get a hold of the new language, when we approach things in a new manner, I can almost guarantee that 90% of the people that are into that are here and have been engaged, maybe they fell off, they will be back in, period. Now, that's nothing compared to what's going to happen. And I talked to Oliver the other day, and we get a little crazy once in a while when we talk. You can't imagine what's going to happen and the numbers that we're going to be talking about. They are so cool. And again, I won't talk numbers today, but we will have that discussion shortly after Mr. Mufareh comes out and starts to give us the information that we're all looking forward to. So we're in a really, really great place right now. Don't think about the stuff behind. I have let that go. I don't care about that stuff. I know Mr. Mufareh has come on. He's seen the problem. He's seen the solution. He's taken care of those problems, and we are moving forward. His team is extremely excited about running, and they want to run now. What does that tell you and I? Pretty dang close. Pretty dang close. So the last thing that Mr. Mufareh said on his note, it's possible, it's coming. And also he said, start to dream bigger. Well, that's really, really hard to do when we haven't heard what he has to say. I rely on what I've heard in the past. My dreams are really, really big, as I'm sure yours are too. But when Mr. Mufareh comes out and he gives us what we need to hear, the people in Papua New Guinea, the people in Africa, the people in the Asian belt, the people in South and North America, the people in Europe, all of a sudden what they thought was going to happen, and maybe their dreams for them were very, very big. And it really just depends on the person, how big those dreams are, what those dreams are. But when Mr. Mufareh comes out, and this is going to happen, I think very, very quickly, those dreams, yeah, they're going to start to get bigger and bigger and bigger. And the nice thing about dreams is now we have the platform to make those dreams a reality. So let's all start looking forward and really getting excited about where we are and what Mr. Mufareh is going to be sharing with us. Bob, I'll turn it back over to you. Hopefully that gets the conversation started.
Exactly right, brother Mike. Thank you so much. I mean, I think we should all go home now because Mike Ellis has said everything. Thank you so much, Mike. Oh boy, I had so many things to write down. You started by giving us, referring to Mr. Ash's note that we are.
Bob, you're muted.
Yeah, I'm muted. Yeah.
Oh boy. Thank you, brother Mike. Thank you. I think you said everything for us. So maybe we should just go home. Well, I wrote down a lot. We started by referring us to our note, the note that our founder, Mr. Ash, left in the back office, that we are going to be bigger and better, and we are going to move forward. We are moving forward. You repeated that statement several times. I wrote it down, and we were asking us to forget about, don't think about the past. The past is the past, and our past was really good. You said our past was really good. So imagine what is coming. If Mr. Ash is saying that what is coming is bigger and better than what's gone, and we know what our past was. We saw OConnect, we saw some of the products, we played with them, and he's telling us now that what is coming is bigger and better. That is something that you have to really wrap your head around. You said something also very important, that the language that is coming is going to change. The language and the corporate side, corporate side of things, structure is going to change. So we are moving forward. Guys. And then you ended up by saying that it is possible. What Mr. Ash said, that it is possible, and we should just stay focused, stay the course. So I'm going to send it over now to my sister, Miss Jean Aliva. Over to you. Thank you so much.
Well, thank you so much, Bob. Thank you all. It's so great to be here. Thank you, Mike. That was amazing and exciting, and I can't wait to hear when you can share more, when we're hearing more from Ash. I love this topic because, I mean, I'm always somebody that's like the best is yet to come and all of that. What's coming is bigger and better than what has gone. But it brought up this great visual for me, which is that this company is in a virtual chrysalis right now. It's changing from the caterpillar that it was, the past, to a butterfly, this next phase. And changing from a caterpillar into a butterfly requires that caterpillar to form a chrysalis around itself and to go through a metamorphosis. It requires change in order to become what it's meant to be, right? Every level, every molecule, it must go through this transformation. So we, the company, are here. We're here in that protective, tight space, changing, squirming, moving around, forming new parts, forming our wings, doing all this stuff. And it's a struggle. It requires that exertion, that turning, that twisting in that space to become this new thing, this new and beautiful thing. It is absolutely required and necessary that the caterpillar, the things that were, to become this completely, and you and I agree that a caterpillar is completely different from a butterfly. They don't look the same. They move differently, completely different creatures, right? And if we try to break that caterpillar, that forming thing, out of its chrysalis too soon, it dies. It's not ready. Its parts aren't formed. It's not ready. It doesn't have all the things it needs in order to fly. So how beautiful of a analogy is that? It's absolutely perfect. We are in the chrysalis of transforming into this new and beautiful next phase of this company with, as Mike said, new terminology. We don't even know what things are going to be called. And it doesn't matter because we know it's going to be bigger, better, more beautiful than what has come before, even though caterpillars are absolutely beautiful creatures. But butterflies have a whole new life and a bigger destiny and can go more places than a caterpillar ever can dream of doing. Right. So for me, my suggestion going forward is to, as Ash said, embrace change, embrace that change because it's necessary. Embrace discomfort, of the discomfort of uncertainty, of not knowing, because that strengthens us, right? It strengthens us. Embrace cold. I heard this on a video recently about health. Embrace cold because it builds our endurance. Embrace that, don't always try and be comfortable all the time. Embrace that chill of not knowing, and embrace. Another analogy is fasting. If fasting is a struggle, it's hard. It's a place of discomfort, but it kickstarts healing in the body. And so you have to go through that struggle in order to get to that more vibrant, more robust, healthier body. So all of these analogies, it's you must go through that struggle, that change, in order to get to the bigger, better, more beautiful thing on the other side. So I say embrace it all. Best is yet to come. And don't hold on to being a caterpillar when your destiny is to be a butterfly. Just let go of all of that and just be ready for such new and amazing stuff. And that's all I wanted to say, Bob. Thank you so much.
Oh boy, this is an amazing day. Thank you so much, Jean. I mean, where can I start? A virtual chrysalis. Embrace change. You said we should embrace change. And you talked about the metamorphosis and the analogy of the caterpillar and the butterfly. We are a caterpillar now, but we want to be a butterfly, and a butterfly can go further than a caterpillar. I mean, that is just beautiful. Thank you so much for putting it into this context. So we really see it, and we should embrace change. Because if we look at it from the context that Jean has put to us, then we all want to be that butterfly. So I'm going to send it to my brother Vincent before I ask Francine to tell us what they've said so far in French. Over to you, Vincent.
Oh, thank you, Brother Bob, and thanks to all the speakers, and thanks to Mike and Jean for this powerful and wonderful speech. Yeah, this is what Mr. Ash wants, and then this is exactly what Mr. Ash speak all the times. So today our topic is what is coming is far better than what is gone. So it's true. I know Brother Mike spoke about that, Sister Jane. So it's I'm going to also add to what they said for not say exactly the same thing also they already said. Yeah. So it's a very important because I do remember that one of the webinar, Mr. Ash Mufareh, when he came here, he said, what is coming? I know some people, when they open their account and then they see the money inside, they will run away from their sitting room naked to outside. I know some people, maybe some of us forgot, but it's still in my head because what he said is coming gradually, and then is the time will come that we'll see that it's coming. It's coming. So look into what he put in the OES a few days ago. Again, it's the same thing. I know he has said that before in a different way, but today is written so we can all read and then understand again what he said. So, and then also he said the future is very bright and wonderful updates are on the way. So when you talk about the wonderful updates on the way, it's all this that he's talking about. And then I also remember that one of the webinars, he said, what is coming, what we know, all of us here, what we know, maybe is all 1, 2 or 3%. It's no more, even more than 5%. That means what we know right now is nothing because what is coming is better and bright and wonderful than what we know. So there's a lot of surprise. So many things are coming our way. It's on the way. So we should only think, what I've always say to people when we come to this point, I say, only thing we need to do is to be focused, to pray for Mr. Ash, pray for all the guys that they're also working day and night for this thing to happen. We should pray for them because it's something that it will be done. So only thing we need to do is to pray for them, pray that everything will go well, and then thing work for, because the job is going to be done. So we don't have to be worried anymore. The good thing is doing, and it's working on that. It's working on that very powerfully. It's doing that. And then we'll see so many surprises coming. It's coming. So and then we should be patient also, because good thing take time. Good thing take time. Because even when you see couple, when they are married, the beginning, sometimes they struggle. So, but if they are patient, at the end, they enjoy the relationship. They have some beautiful children. They can grow. Some of them can be bigger personality in the world, and then the family, mother and father, they enjoy the relationship. But when the relationship break, you see that children apart, family apart, mother apart, you see, even that when whatever happened, the family is not like when the father and mother, the whole family are together. So we should focus, pray for him, all of us to be together and working together. We will see, we will be happy, and then we will enjoy what is coming. Because like Mr. Al saying, stay focused and also credible. Because when you talk about credible, we should be credible. The credibility is here. And then also we should be also, because credibility also bring productivity and also bring big thing. If we are credible, we are honest, we stay focused on what we are doing, together, we'll get big dream coming out. But if we are apart, this one is here, these are there, we can't get to the big dream that we are expecting. So what Mr. Ash is telling us, is giving us a big message that we should work together, and then we can get big dreams. So without together, if we are not together, we don't trust him, we don't behind him. Everything he is doing, we should trust him, we should be behind him, we should support him, fully support him. And then we will see that big dream that we are thinking will can happen, and then it will happen. So there's nothing to worry about. We should not worry. Only thing we need to do, focus, believe him, trust him, stay behind him. Anything this man is doing is going to happen. And then he's working on that big time. Because today I'm not talking about technology, but when I can see what Mr. Ash is doing, it will be like, he keeps saying, it will be above the market value. Our product will stand the market, and then people will call, and then it's going to boost the whole market, the whole technology market. Because today, when we see reality, all the fortune and big company today is their technology company. I'm not going to mention them, I'm not going to say anything to them, but all the big richest people today, when they're talking about them, think they are technology company. So the same thing that Mr. Ash is going to do for us. And then we'll do it using the latest technology, things like artificial intelligence, and then build it, all this embedded with artificial intelligence. So why are we worried? We should not worry. It will take time, but it's going to pass because we will get there. And then all the technologies that are around today, and then we are talking today, the same thing, they struggle. Some of them struggle even more than what we're going through today. But today, we look at the issue of Apple. Look at the issue of Apple. Steve Jobs starting the garage of his father. But today, look at Steve Jobs. It's not anymore, but we are still enjoying his children and generation, they are still enjoying the company. That's what, this is the big thing that Mr. Ash is building for us. For technology is our century is technology. So this is how it's doing. This is what it's going to build. And then he already said it, we know only less than 5% of what Mr. Ash is doing. So even everything we know, like OConnect, like I think Bob said it earlier, even those products that we know we'll play with, and then Mr. Ash said we know only less than 5%. I'm not going to say anymore. So because I know If we, all this we say we know less than 5%, then imagine the what is coming. So I will leave it there, Bob. Thank you.
Wow. There's fire in the house today. Thank you so much, my brother Vincent. I mean, where can I start? You know? Oh boy. Ash said this before. Ash has said this before verbally, you know, that what is coming is bigger. And but I have said this several times, but he took his time today or this week, yesterday, to write it down, to immortalize it. So we see it, we have it. Some of us have printed it, what he said, you know. So that is, he's being emphatic that what is coming is bigger and better. Thank you for mentioning that, you know. And you, of course, you emphasize on the, we knowing only 2% or 2 to 5%. Imagine what is the other 95% that we don't know. So when he is telling us that what is coming is bigger and better, I have no reason to even doubt it or think about it, because it is a matter of fact. Because the 5% that we know is already bigger and better to us, you know. I mean, you said so much there, my brother. And then you emphasize on the technology aspect, the latest technology that is bringing in to add into what we have, you know, the AI, latest AI advanced technology, making this this system the disruptive innovation of our time. That is what Mr. Ash is doing. This is disrupting the entire, you know, technology, information technology ecosystem infrastructure. You know, and when you said that, when you said something that reminded me of something that Robert Kiyosaki had said some time ago in his book, Rich Dad Poor Dad. He said, in this our time, in this time that we are, those who are going to own the wealth are those who are going to have the information. This is the information age, and this information is going to come to you at the speed of light. And so some people are going to miss it, and they are going to be millionaires and multi-millionaires, and they are going to be those who are left, who will be left behind. Sister Francine, please, can you just translate what we've heard from my brother Uncle Mike, Sister Jean, and my brother Vincent? Thank you.
Merci Bob. Le thème de ce jour est ce qui vient au-devant de nous est meilleur que ce que nous avons connu jusqu'à présent. Donc, nous avons fait un clin d'œil à notre sœur Julie Pierre, dont la fille est malade, elle a une tumeur au cerveau, et nous rappelons que toute aide est la bienvenue. Il n'y a pas d'aide qui soit plus petite qu'une autre. Donc, Mike Ellis nous a entretenus sur la note de H. Mufareh dans notre bureau virtuel cette semaine. Le message était très puissant parce qu'il s'agit de notre marché en avant, de notre marche en avant. Le changement fait partie de notre vie. Et Monsieur Mufareh a définitivement voulu que nous laissions le passé et nous focalisions sur le futur qui est parfaitement à l'opposé de ce qui a déjà eu lieu, fut-il bon. En écoutant Monsieur Mufareh et ses équipes sur le marché et notre business, notre marché représente plus ou moins 4 milliards de personnes dans le monde. Cela se situe dans la durée également. Que penserions-nous de produits 5, 6, 10 fois meilleurs que ce que nous avons connu, que nous avons eu à tester jusqu'à ce jour, et à des prix très bas par rapport au marché? Donc, H veut que nous changions notre regard sur ce qu'il est en train de bâtir et de façon si facile à exploiter pour tout le monde. Notre langage va changer, c'est très important. Le langage que nous pratiquons dans notre compagnie va changer, ainsi que la structure même de notre compagnie. Ces informations seront dehors dans les prochains jours et la manière de communiquer également le sera. Tous les problèmes ont leur solution et nous le constaterons très prochainement. Il a abordé ce que les gens sont en train de faire et il ne s'agit que de balivernes. C'est ainsi que Marty Dugarmo l'a qualifié. Les mises à jour viennent sûrement, mais souvenons-nous que nous communiquerons dorénavant dans un nouveau style. Beaucoup nous rejoindront, c'est sûr. Et sans réserve, beaucoup de ceux qui sont partis de notre compagnie reviendront dans la compagnie. Nous parlerons des gains une fois que l'entreprise est lancée officiellement Et nous y sommes presque. Gardons nos rêves grands car la plateforme qui nous le permet est presque déjà là. Donc, Jeanne Aleva a comparé le processus que nous traversons parce que ça lui plaît dans sa pensée de nous comparer à la chenille qui se métamorphose en papillon. Ce processus de transformation est ce que notre compagnie est en cours de réalisation. Cela est nécessaire, telle la chenille qui est une créature complètement différente du papillon. Nous sommes dans la cristallide en cours de transformation. Donc, Jeanne Aleva pense que notre compagnie tout de suite est dans la situation d'une chrysalide en transformation pour devenir une merveilleuse créature, notre entreprise. Donc, elle suggère que nous embrassions l'inconfort temporaire que nous avons tout de suite et que nous devons passer pour devenir la meilleure version que notre entreprise peut être. Donc, Vincent, lui, il a repris une affirmation de notre PDG qui nous a dit lors de plusieurs réunions, pas une seule fois, que au sujet des personnes qui attendaient et qui étaient impatientes, que certaines d'entre nous, quand elles verront ce qui va s'y passer, risqueraient de courir dehors nues, tellement ce sera inattendu. Donc, ce que nous savons à cet instant n'est rien comparativement à ce que notre PDG est en train de faire derrière le rideau. La surprise est en train de venir à notre rencontre. Restons concentrés sur notre objectif et prions pour Monsieur Mufareh et ses équipes, les techniciens qui travaillent d'arrache-pied. Entraînons-nous à la patience. Restons unis pour jouir ensemble de ce qui arrive. Restons également crédibles et honnêtes pour que notre grand rêve prenne corps. C'est le grand message de H pour atteindre notre objectif. Il travaille sans relâche pour cela. Donc, il a dit également que toutes les compagnies que nous connaissons, puisque nous sommes à l'ère technologique, à l'ère de l'intelligence artificielle, toutes les compagnies du secteur connaissent plus ou moins des difficultés et elles ont mis du temps pour devenir ce que nous connaissons sur le marché aujourd'hui. Donc, tous ont des défis. Nous connaissons même pas 5%, nous n'en connaissons pas plus de 5% de ce que notre compagnie est en train de faire. Et il est bon que nous soyons à ce niveau de connaissance parce que le PDG est en train de développer des merveilles pour nous. Merci beaucoup.
Merci beaucoup, ma sœur Francine. Merci beaucoup. Merci beaucoup. Thank you so much, Francine. Now I'm going to go to my brother, Collins Mana. Please tell us when you saw that message in the back office of our founder, Mr. Ash, and he said there emphatically that what is coming is bigger and better. I know we've spoken behind the scenes. Just please tell us, give us your reaction. Thank you.
Thanks, Bob. Really thanks. I just want to thank all my brothers, Francine, Vincent, and we have our brother here, Mike Ellis. You've just blown our mind. But the pop-up, when I saw the pop-up, I was so excited. Really excited because I know something greater than us is coming. Really massive. And when we look at it, the topic really goes according to what Ash wants to deliver to the world, not only to the affiliate or founders or whatever name we can call it. He wants to deliver something great to the 8.5 billion internet users. That is really massive. And that is why we say change is inevitable. When you look at change, we have to embrace it. Change is part of life. If you look at change and you said in this digital age, if you resist change, you are doomed to struggle or fail. History have taught us that most companies who resist change, they either fail. We have companies here 100 years after they failed, 200 years after because they refuse to undergo digital transformation. Yes, things can happen in life. It can happen, it can be positive or negative. Whatever happened, there must be change. You must look for a way forward. What happened to Nokia? They refused digital transformation and they sold it to what? To Google. They thought, oh, we own the 95% of the market share. Apple can never cash out. But they cried. People can go and Google it, watch it. They say, we refuse. So things happen again for us to embrace change. We must be flexible. Human being must be dynamic, not static. We are not living in a static world. The world is moving fast. And that is why when you look at the way they program software has moved from V model to waterfall, and now we are in Scrum, Agile Scrum methodology. Why Agile Scrum? It's because of the demand of software. They need to find a way to develop software rapidly, integrate it, and deliver it to the world. You know, these are the changes where company cannot resist. And if you resist it, you are doomed to fail. Say you are building your software using waterfall. What will happen? At the end of what is waterfall? It means testing start only when development have been completed. So if they take 1 year to do the software, you start to do your testing at the end. Do you think the customer will be waiting for you? No way. What if somebody steal your ideas, go using Scrum methodology and build the software, deliver a rapid development and delivery? What will happen? Your idea is already out. And we are talking about customer loyalty. If I'm loyal to use Apple, I don't care the functions they put in. They don't tell me Nokia function is better. You tell me there is speech to text. I'll say, oh, we have it also in Apple because I'm already loyal to Apple. You need to deliver something. And that's why Mr. Mufareh said, no, we need that change. We need to move on. And he said, 2024 was the best year. A lot of people say, why? We didn't obtain anything. We didn't receive anything. Why is it best? Because that is when the company transformed, realized that they must take 360-degree turn for what has happened. So let us forget about the past. Past, you know, people remember you for your past years. Your past always shape your present. You know, there must be past to shape your present. You know, if there is no past, there is no present. There is no moving forward. And they have learned more, and the company has become more stronger and better and more resilient to change. Everything is standing before us. You know, the concept have not changed. That's what people think. Things have changed. The concept is about what? Doing less. You must do something. Though it's doing less, you must do something. Some people think like, oh, I will not do it. No, you have to do less. That's the concept. Do less, pay less, earn more with the ability to help mankind. That concept in Mr. Mufareh, the heart, the desire that drove Mr. Mufareh to build this company have not changed. It's about giving back to mankind. And yesterday in Engineer Sushanta show, I said something. When we talk about success, I look at success, I say, let us look at success. People talk about success about making more. You know, I define success in a different way. Your success will come if you are not reaping anybody. You know, you must ensure that when you succeed, the people who are coming, you are not ripping them off. That is true success. Success is about ripping others, stand up, and you said, I'm the main man after I'm happy. It means, I don't even know the word to describe you. This is what Mr. Mufareh is giving us. Even the least person coming to this company will be successful. That's a true success, and that is something that is, you know, is integrity of this man. You know, and the desire for everyone to succeed. You cannot do something every day and you expect different result. You must embrace change for you to move forward, but keeping to your value that everybody will be successful. Then when you are doing something, knowing that you will be the only successful person, that is not a business. It's about ripping off. So I put everything from what Ms. Mufareh have said, I've just mentioned, and said, big things are coming, and what we have lost is better, is even nothing than what we will acquire. We must push a way forward and keep our eyes, you know, on the horizon and know that there is a brighter day for everybody. Thank you, my brother. I'll leave it there.
Wow. Today is quite interesting. Thank you so much, my brother Collins. You said change is inevitable. Change is inevitable. 2024, you said, and what Mr. Ash said, you reminded us what Mr. Ash said, that 2024 was our best year. It was our best year because that was the year that change occurred. Change is inevitable. Change occurred for us in 2024, and that was our best year, according to Mr. Ash. That's when he steered the ship to the right direction, and that is why he's saying that what is coming is bigger and better than what we've lost, or what we think we've lost. I mean, that was just beautiful, man. Thank you so much. Now let's go to my brother Oliver Fonte. Mr. Oliver, over to you, brother.
Yeah, hi. Thank you very much, Bob. I want to thank all my brothers here, the OTech pros, Vincent, Collins, and you, Bob. I hope you are enjoying yourself in Cameroon, eating the good roasted fish and the nature also, the mother nature back home, the sunshine also. Yeah, I also want to add my voice on the art of our sister Julie Pierre's daughter, that please, we should all do something. If it's $1, it's something. Like Chris Johnson always say, if you don't have the money, pray. You know, one of the main weapons for this company, or the vision for this company, is humanity. You know, and by us, that human side of us, that humanitarian side of us, you know, we should start it now. We should please start it now. We should help her. This little girl, I was there when he sang. You know, he came one webinar, and she has a wonderful voice. You know, we should do something and try to see how we can. If it's $1, $2, you know, do something. Or you pray. When you pray, like all of us, we are praying for this company. We are praying for Mr. Ash and the family, and we are seeing the wonderful thing that God is doing to this company. Our destiny, this company was ordained by God. Despite all or not, our CEO said that I had all the possibility to quit, and he didn't, because God is with him. The hands of God, you know, he's covered with the blood of Jesus. And yeah, the topic today is what is coming is bigger, better than what is gone. Absolutely. Absolutely. Because when our CEO always talk about the technology. When he comes, he talk about the technology. We don't even know how the technology, like what we knew before. But when I heard him one time, he said, we are not building an ordinary technology. We are building an extraordinary. You know what that means. And we know who he is. Mr. Ash is not a normal person. He's an extraordinary person. When he said, I want to do it, it's do or die, he will do it. You will beat him, you will slap him, you will do anything. When he put his mind that I must achieve this, he will. He has that resilience, he has that faith in him. And that is what is CEO. He listens a lot, a good listener. And when we saw one time, he took a step back. He didn't show up in anything. He just stayed quiet, and he was doing things behind the scene. That is who a good leader is. And that is why what is coming is bigger, because he devoted all his time. He wanted to focus and concentrate, and he did. That is why what is coming is bigger than what has gone. When you look at the structure, also what he has put in place, he told us when he came last time, he said the platform that he is building and that we have now in place has improved. And it's going to improve our life, not only our lives, the customers that are coming. From a layman to medium and big companies. Companies are going to save more money. There will be efficiency because our products are going to be I don't know what to use, the best and the best in the market. He told us one time that anything that is in the market, what this company is going to release to the world is going to be far more better than what is anything that is in the market. Guys, when he talk, I listen. I go back and rewind and I listen about 3, 4, 5 times. try to get the details and try to picture Mr. Ash sitting in front of me and talking. This is a man full of wisdom. This is the man that he knows what he wants to bring. His set is going to improve our lives. Not only our lives, the customers. Not only that, we have all the resources to be successful, because we are going to have a successful company. We are going to be the biggest company on this planet Earth, building AI software development solutions to companies and to laymen like us. We don't even know what is coming, but when he makes those sentences, those statements, I always start to visualize Mr. Ash Mufareh sitting in front of me talking to me. And when I look into that, he said, we have the knowledge, we have the resources, we have the network. Then we are going to be the first customers in this company. That is the backbone. And we are different from any other normal company that you can see out there. Why? Because of the heart. Mr. Ash Mufareh, the CEO, he has instilled in us that humanitarian side of us. Some of us, we had it, but our resources were not enough. But because of him, we went through education. We had classes. I will call it classes. We took classes from Mr. Ash. And today, when you talk to the first 10 founders or the first 10 customers that are going to be in this company, that is going to be us, we talk about humanitarian. When you listen to Madi Digamos and Chris Johnson, their lives every day, all what they are saying is about the humanitarian part. Madi is saying, I will not go to a private, I will not go and get a private jet when somebody, my neighbor, don't have clean water to drink. You see how the language has changed? We all came in for this, but now our language has 360-degree turn. We are talking about humanitarian. We don't even think about ourselves, because when it comes to ourselves, it's a done deal. We are fine. You know, we are fine. So now we don't even talk about ourselves. Talking about the past. Our past, when you look at the past, what we had before, like my big brother here, Mr. Mike said, I talked to him the other day. We were just like, you know, when I talk to him, he will blow my mind with traffic, and we'll also talk about technology. We don't even know the technology is coming, but we'll blow each other's mind. The past is the past. And Mr. Ash has learned, and we've also learned. So all the gaps that we had in the past, our CEO has remediated them. Let me use another word. He has fixed them, and what is coming now is what is going to blow the world. Our technology, like he said, is an extraordinary technology. A company that is coming to the market with more than 85% AI embedded is going to be extraordinary. Not only that, cost effective. One company will come to buy one product. We say, oh, the cost of this is this, the cost of this is this. The OTech pros, all of us, we are in the industry, we know what it means, what one application costs. We know what the cost of one application. Companies spend all the money on softwares, but we are going to have cost-effective, cheaper rates. One company wants to come buy one application, they'll end up buying 4, because they will see that the one application or software that they are paying for in the other company is the cost of 4 different applications with our own company. Tell me who will not come in. Tell me who will not come in. We are in the industry. I for one, where I work, I do approval for third parties. I know what application they cost. And then when I heard Mr. Ash Mufareh, our CEO, said the other day, that was about last year, when we had OConnect for 10,000 users. When he called the cost, I was like, what? Are you kidding me, Mr. Ash? Tell me who will not come to buy. The point in business, you know, you don't talk about, you talk about how do you call it? When your cost will bring you more, customers. Your neighbor might be selling something for the same product for $1,000, you sell it for 200 francs. The same thing and the same feature or even more features, everybody will come to you. And that is what That is what our CEO is bringing. Then hear what he told us again. The name of the game, unlimited. The name of the game is unlimited. In every possible way. He said in every possible way. We don't know what he meant by that. But the name of the game is unlimited. We don't know. So we should also wait. So I'm waiting anxiously to see that surprise, because the surprises that are coming, they're coming from all directions. Mr. Ash is bringing us surprises from all directions. So I cannot even sleep the other day. I was up. Collins was texting me. Maddie text. Collins text. Calls. When Collins will see that I'm online, he's calling. I cannot sleep because I'm anxiously waiting to see what is coming, that surprise. And that is what all of us, we should be waiting to see, that surprise that he wants to come and surprise us. And I'd let you know, boy, all of us should look like Ash told us that we should have our coffee, tea, water, and some tissue paper to clean our face, because we'll all be crying from the traffic, the technology, and everything that is coming is going to be bigger than what we think. He mentioned a lot of other stuff. He mentioned a lot of other stuff that I will urge everybody to go to that back office again and listen, and go back to when he came out to Chris and Maddie, their live. Go and listen. If you go listen, then you sleep as a normal person, then you are not normal. Then you will know what is coming. Then you will know where you are. I want to say that he told us that let us dream bigger. The future is very bright. Money will not be our problem. How to spend it and how to impact people's life. Thank you very much, and God bless. Happy Saturday.
Wow. We have fireworks in the house today. Thank you, my brother Oliver. Suffice it, ladies and gentlemen, suffice it for me to just say this. I'm not going to repeat what my brother Oliver has said, but suffice it for me to say this because I wrote this down. I always visualize Mr. Ash talking to me, Oliver Fontaine. I always visualize Mr. Ash talking to. That's how he listens attentively, and that's why you see he speaks passionately, and he can tell us affirmatively that what is coming is bigger and better than one we've lost. Mr. Ash has also given us some clues. He said, we see the other side. You remember when Ash said that? We see we are bigger and better because we see the other side. We know what is in the industry. We know what is in the market, guys. I see the other side. What is coming is bigger and better. What is coming is bigger and better because I have a knowledgeable team that can do it just right. And our mindsets have synchronized. They know what is in my mind. He says that they're giving me a headache. The people that are building this solution. Like Oliver said, we've already made the mistake. We are bigger and better because he's closed the gap. Remediation or whatever term Oliver used. He has closed the gap, locked everything down. We've made mistakes, acknowledges the mistakes, turns the course, puts the ship in the right direction, and say, no more mistakes, let's roll. And this vision has been out there for God knows how long, and nobody can dare temper it because it's a vision that only him alone knows he can deliver it. That is why we are bigger and better now than what we think we had in the past. We are moving forward. We are moving forward, he says. We are embracing change. We are embracing change. Change is good. You know? Change is good. You can't do what is that saying? Do the same thing over and over and over again and expect a different result. What are you? When you have problems, you see problems, you make a change, and that's what our founder, Mr. Ash, has done. Ladies and gentlemen, I'll send it over to our sister Francine to summarize what we've said, and then we'll have one more round for Brother Mike Ellis and maybe Jean to say one or two things, and then we'll wrap it up. So, Sister Francine, over to you.
Merci, Bob. En voyant ce que le PDG a mis dans le bureau virtuel, notre frère Collins a dit qu'il a vu ce que H est en train de préparer pour les usagers et nous-mêmes. Si nous résistons au changement, nous échouons. Tout ce qui nous arrive doit nous pousser au changement. Il nous faut épouser la flexibilité. Les logiciels ont évolué en fonction de la demande. Les compagnies ne peuvent y résister sous peine d'échec. H a compris qu'il faut le changement. En 2024, il a estimé que 2024 a été la meilleure année. Ça, c'est H qui a estimé cela, parce que c'était l'année au cours de laquelle les chocs et des remises en question ont eu lieu. La compagnie y est devenue plus forte et fait peu de dépenses, peu et donne à l'humanité. Le succès, ce n'est pas avoir beaucoup, mais plutôt élever ceux qui viennent vers nous. L'intégrité de H réside dans son désir d'élever les autres. Donc, l'intégrité. Monsieur Fonte nous a emporté. J'avoue que je n'ai même pas pris de notes parce que c'était trop. C'était trop. Donc, le côté humanitaire. Le côté humanitaire doit être très, très sensible dans la situation de notre sœur Julie. Donc, c'est par là qu'il a commencé. Tous les dons sont les bienvenus. Donc, notre PDG parle beaucoup de technologie. Il dit que nous bâtissons une technologie extraordinaire. Il a la foi. Mr. Mufareh écoute beaucoup les autres. En prenant du recul, le recul qu'il a pris, il s'est concentré à bâtir une entreprise de grandeur. Et il nous annonce ce qu'il a pu obtenir pendant cette période. Nos produits seront meilleurs que ceux que nous avons connus sur le marché jusqu'à présent. Il sait que ce qu'il apporte pour améliorer la vie du monde grâce à l'intelligence artificielle, nous serons, nous, en tant que membres de cette compagnie, sommes l'architecture, la colonne vertébrale même de l'entreprise. Et notre technologie, qui est extraordinaire, sera distribuée à des prix très compétitifs, ce qui fait que nous pouvons être rassurés de prendre notre place et une très belle place. Donc, le jeu qui est devant nous est sans limite. Donc, Oliver nous appelle à aller de l'avant, à rester nous-mêmes et d'écouter ce que H dit. Si nous dormons après cela, personne ne viendra nous réveiller.
Oh, au fait, très, très, très bon. Merci beaucoup, ma sœur. Let's go to Brother Mike Ellis. If you have anything after hearing what we've heard from, I mean, today was just fireworks from everybody. Everybody was just extraordinary. If you can just put anything, any final thoughts that you have, and then I'll go to Jean next, and then we'll just
Yeah, I've got a couple of things, Bob. I think that's probably one of the best webinars I've been on. Everybody here was absolutely unbelievable, and people wonder why I get so excited. And of course, Francine, I know she repeats what we say, but I think she says it way better than I do, and I don't even know what she's saying. I mean, it amazes me what she can do. So great job, Francine. But everybody here was absolutely phenomenal. And when I listen to you all, a couple of concepts come to mind, and they're really, really important concepts. And if people understand these two concepts, they're going to understand what you have in hand. And the two concepts are the speed of business and the speed of money. Really, really big deals. If you can find a way that businesses can come in and accelerate the way they do business and how they do business, and it's better than any way they've ever done before, all of a sudden, these businesses understand that the bottom line can look a lot better than it does today. And when you think about the speed of business and you think about technology, you always hear that technology runs at the speed of light. It's getting better every second, every day, every month, every year. It gets better and better and better. And then you think about Mr. Mufareh, his team, and what he's doing, and you understand that they're doing it 5 times better than anybody in the market. That is the speed of business. And when people can come in and do that digital transformation, understanding that the speed of business that they're going to be able to do is so much better than what they're doing today. Obviously, where their mind goes is their bottom line. And that's okay. That's a natural thing to do. But when that happens, they have to have what we have, period. It is the speed of business. And if you can't keep up with business, if you can't keep up with the speed, you will fail. You will fall to the wayside and you will die, period. Mr. Mufareh is giving everybody the opportunity to be able to not only keep up with the speed of business, but exceed way, way past it. And when we think about what Mr. Mufareh is doing right now, you have to understand his pace is accelerating. He's not standing still. What he did yesterday, today he's doing faster. And tomorrow will be quicker and quicker and quicker. And the technology that his team is coming up with is so much better. That's so much better than what's out there. The speed of business. When you get this, you're going to understand what you have. And people will flock to you because you can show them how to do things better, how to do things quicker, how to make that bottom line better. That's the speed of business. I'm not going to talk about the speed of money today. It's a massive topic. But when you understand what's happening, not only with the speed of business, but the speed of money, it will blow your socks off, because this is what Mr. Mufareh is doing. And maybe next week or sometime I talk about the speed of money. And this is relevant. It was relevant 20 years ago. It's relevant today. In fact, it's even more relevant today. Speed of business, speed of money. And when you get those two concepts, when you get what Mr. Mufareh is doing, all of a sudden your future is bright, 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 bright. So when we look at Mr. Mufareh and you don't see anything happening, believe me, that pace is picking up, and exponentially it's getting faster and faster and faster. We're there, guys. Bob, I'll turn it back over to you, and Gene, blow us away.
Yes, Mike. Thank you so much. Over to you, Sister Jean. Any final parting word for us? Thank you for honoring our invitation as always. Thank you. Over to you.
Thank you, Bob. Thank you, Mike. Oh, I'm going to bounce off of something that Collins and Mike just sort of alluded to, is that what we're creating here is not just a money-making machine, something that's going to churn it out. We know it's going to be successful in that way, but true success is when every single person, all walks of life, no matter where they are, how remote, every single person with access to the internet can succeed at the same level as everyone else, on the same playing field, having all the same tools. And that when that happens in the world, that unique thing, that's when we have true success. So like when we say, let's let go of everything that came before and realize that caterpillar was very, very beautiful, but this thing that is forming now is going to create that space for people, anybody, to come in and succeed. And that is a very rare, a unicorn butterfly that is about to break out of the chrysalis, and it cannot do that 1 second sooner than it's ready. And so this is a time for us to embrace that change, know that transformation is happening, and that what is coming is absolutely, in the words of Mike Ellis, extraordinary. It is an extraordinary unicorn butterfly about to flap its wings, and I'm here for it. So thank you so much, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you. Unicorn butterfly. Sister Francine, do you have any parting words? I know you've been translating for us. Do you have anything you want to just chime in for maybe a minute or two, and then we'll close it up?
Merci, Bob. I just wanted to acknowledge whatever was said today. And I share the vision that we are in the midst of something miraculous. And we never dreamed of it before. But the fact that we have followed the vision of our CEO makes us in the middle of something which is so big, we can't even describe it with words. And I love that picture of unicorn butterfly, because as a unicorn may be heavy, the butterfly is so light. and we can reach all over the world with that. I see it very beautifully coming out. Thank you.
Oh boy, oh boy. I mean, this is going to be the webinar of the century. Having said that, it was a pleasure coming to you guys from the beautiful city of Limbe in Cameroon, where I'm at the moment. But before I go, let me say this on behalf of my OTech Pro brothers. Let me say this. Let us, all of us, stay focused like Ash. Stay focused like Ash. Let all of us be steady like Ash. Don't get distracted. Be steady like Ash. Let all of us, be prepared to take action like Ash. With that said, I'm going to say we'll see you again in 2 weeks. That was the OTech Pros and the founders around the world with our guests here tonight. Thank you so much.